I'm Vivian, 44, and I own a cozy bookstore in Portland, Oregon. My life is full: books, coffee, my teenage daughter, Lily, but I've always carried a quiet fear of judgment. Today, I'm sharing a story I've kept secret, one that shook me, thrilled me, and taught me to embrace myself. It happened last year, and it's time to let it go, to maybe help someone out there feel less alone. This is my story, and it starts with a massage I'll never forget. I was 43, feeling worn out. Running a business, raising Lily alone after my divorce, it was a lot. My friend Clara, always radiant, suggested a massage to unwind. It's life-changing, she said, raving about a spa in the Pearl District. She didn't mention details, and I assumed it would be a standard session, probably with a female therapist. I booked it, excited for a break. The spa was serene, dim lights, lavender scent, soft music. I wore a fluffy robe, sipping tea, expecting calm. Then the masseur, Ethan, walked in. Tall, gentle-voiced, with kind hazel eyes. I froze. A man? Clara hadn't mentioned that. I thought about leaving, but I didn't want to seem rude. He smiled, professional, and I lay down, heart racing. The massage started normally, shoulders, back, but his touch was different, slow, almost too intimate. I panicked, wondering if I'd misread the place. Portland's misty streets outside felt far away. What was happening? I was lying on a massage table in Portland, my heart pounding as Ethan's hands moved with a warmth I hadn't expected. I'd booked this session thinking it would be a simple escape, recommended by my friend Clara, but it was turning into something else. Ethan's touch, gentle yet deliberate, slid lower, too intimate for a regular massage. I froze, my mind screaming, this isn't right. Was this what Clara meant by life-changing? I wanted to bolt, but my body betrayed me. The warmth, the rhythm, it stirred something deep. I felt a rush, then, to my shock, an orgasm. My face burned with shame as I lay there, silent, while Ethan calmly finished, acting as if nothing unusual had happened. I left the spa in a daze, Portland's rain soaking my coat. Had I done something wrong? Was this even legal? I couldn't tell anyone, Lily, my friends, no one. The idea of admitting I'd felt pleasure terrified me. What kind of woman was I? I avoided Clara's calls, locking the memory away. At my bookstore, surrounded by novels, I felt like a fraud, smiling for customers while guilt churned inside. Portland's grey skies mirrored my confusion. Could I face Clara? Or myself? After that massage in Portland, I was drowning in shame. At 43, I thought I knew myself, mom, bookstore owner, steady, but that unexpected pleasure shook me. I'd felt something forbidden, and I couldn't shake the fear that I'd crossed a line. Was I wrong to enjoy it? Would people judge me? I avoided the Pearl District, afraid to even pass the spa. My bookstore became my hideout, but every romance novel on the shelves felt like it mocked me. I ignored Clara's texts, too scared to admit what happened. What if she thought I was strange? At home, Lily noticed my distraction, asking, Mom, you okay? I lied, nodding, while my mind replayed Ethan's touch. I googled the spa. Discreet reviews hinted at sensual services. Clara knew? Why didn't she warn me? I felt betrayed, yet curious. Was this normal for her? Days turned into weeks, my secret festering. I journaled, trying to make sense of my feelings. Pleasure wasn't supposed to feel shameful, but it did. Portland's drizzle felt like judgment. Finally, I couldn't take it. I called Clara, heart pounding, ready to confront her. What she'd say would change everything. As the city's lights flickered, I braced for truth. I was ready to face my secret. That massage in Portland left me shaken, ashamed of the pleasure I felt. I couldn't keep hiding. I met Clara at a cozy cafe in northwest Portland, the city's rain tapping the windows. My hands shook as I told her about the spa, Ethan, the orgasm. I braced for judgment, but Clara's eyes softened. Viv, I've been there, she said. Same thing happened to me. That's why I sent you. It's okay to feel good. I was stunned. She'd known about the spa's special massages but didn't warn me, thinking I'd enjoy it. It's not wrong, she insisted. It's just human. Her words hit hard. She shared her own story, how she'd felt the same rush, the same shame, but learned to accept it. You're not broken, she said. I cried, relief washing over me. Clara hugged me, her support a lifeline. Back at my bookstore, I felt lighter. I wasn't a freak, I was just a woman discovering herself. Portland's fog seemed less heavy. But could I share this with others? Or keep it locked away? Clara's courage pushed me to rethink my silence. At 44, I'm done hiding. That massage in Portland, the one that shocked me with pleasure, changed how I see myself. Clara's support showed me I wasn't alone. Feeling good isn't something to fear. For months, I kept it secret, worried what Lily or my customers would think. But silence felt like shame, and I'm tired of that weight. I'm sharing this to free myself and maybe you. Pleasure, even unexpected, isn't wrong, it's human. I learned that at 43, in a spa I didn't understand, and it's okay. I still run my bookstore, love my daughter, and cherish coffee dates with Clara. Portland's rain now feels cleansing, not heavy. I haven't gone back to that spa, but I don't judge it, or myself. If you've ever felt ashamed of your body's joy, know this, you're not broken. Society might say it's taboo, but we're allowed to feel, to explore, to live. My story isn't about scandal, it's about accepting myself. I hope it helps you do the same. Thank you for listening to my truth. Like, comment, and subscribe to my secret stories for more tales of courage and discovery in America's cities. Let's embrace what makes us human, together.